What's up, guys? Half of this will be seen, half won't, so I'm looking to see which side has the best pattern and it'll be exposed. These are Leatherman tool pouches. You guys want to walk around and talk? You want to see this thing finished? Ross, Tennessee. What's up? We're in Camden, between Memphis and Nashville. Oh, thanks for the order, man. I'm glad you're liking the shirts. We do a new one every single week. We do 120 pieces, and we almost never run rerun designs. Iraq, that's what I have on right now. Pelter wraps? Yeah, we run Pelter wraps all the time, man. We have a bunch right now. Eye for an eye. So there is no eye for an eye anymore. John Connor is doing his own thing, producing a lot of artists, Warhorse Records, and then David Ray, for the last 4 or 5 years, has been on Jelly Roll's team full time. I talk to John occasionally. Tad talks to him all the time. I think he was over at his place this weekend over there at the studio. And then I talk to David Ray every now and then, whenever one of us reaches out. You might see them show up at the party or something. I mean, they oftentimes just stop by when we're doing something. That's not quite centered. Q&A this week? Nope. We had some stuff going on in the shop, so we didn't record. So we were just in the building the whole time, so we didn't do any Q&A this week. Apex, what's up? May have found a new great vendor for SRF cheese and maple products. Nice. All right, guys, what's up? Anybody do anything cool today? We have the gummy bear promo going on, so all orders are going to ship with a bag of gummy bears. Most of you are here every night, so you know what all this is. If there's something you would like to see up closer, just shout it out and we'll look at it a little bit further, but I think everybody pretty much knows what's here. Kick-ass range day, right on. What is double needle lock stitch and bar tacking? I don't use either of them, so you can figure that out. I can't show you one. I've never needed it in 35 years. Packed orders, both classes, right on. Work hazardous waste drop off, right on. Rip the K wool and sat out and forged today. Hope to get going again tomorrow, right on. I don't know what that is. Saw that short you did about kids today. You are absolutely correct. So guys, I don't know what some of those are, we cut shorts out of our full-length podcast, and we make so many shorts that some of that stuff going up is weeks behind. Use YKK zippers. Yep. I can't tell if my clothes bag has. No, you won't tell. And because it doesn't fucking matter is the real answer. Yes, we do. We use Vislon track with metal sliders. We've never had an issue. We use the same stuff we use for 35 years. And there are several brands, cross brand to brand, and they will all interchange with each other. Episode 70, pulling the thread, was great. So episode 70 is one of the more recent ones. No, yeah, it is one of the more recent ones. You guys had some really great points about how crazy the U.S. might get in an upcoming election. Yeah, I think you're already starting to see it. Crawfish boil, right on. Checking in on my bees, right on. We're going to a bee installation tomorrow at Dawn's. You guys see a lot of stuff in advertising that's touted to you, and the people advertising it for a lot of times are full of shit. You see stuff made out of Cordura, Cordura company making some little thing and they've done really good with marketing, and they tell you they have Kevlar material or ballistic nylon. It's not. It's all horseshit. It's just some bullshit some marketing guy put together. And a lot of times the guys running the companies are importing that shit. It's not even their product. It's like a product that they have bought out of China, and they have just branded it with their own branding and their own little buzzwords. And it sells to people who don't know. Not that the product's bad, it's just that they're full of shit. Civil War review, maybe you should go still see it, though. I mean, Tim seemed to really like it. You might have a different perspective on it. A good range session this morning. New thermal optic on the rifle. Nice. Very cool. Had to restart my phone to comment. Weird. Yeah, there's all kinds of weird shit going on with YouTube lately. If the orange man wins, will that be a cat? I don't know. I don't know. Get someplace where you're not going to have problems, right? Why do you guys stay where shit happens all the fucking time? Like, why do you stay there? Like, we didn't have COVID where I am. We didn't have riots where I am. We didn't have lockdowns. Like, that shit just didn't happen. I don't know why people stay someplace and then you have a 50-50 chance that your shit's going to be burnt to the ground. A lot of compliments on the splatter bag. Nice. Nice. Spag sent me a picture of his wife, and she had on her splatter chest rig, and she even had leggings that matched it. Taught my wife how to ride my Harley. Very cool. Very cool. MF, what's up? Broadcast on HF? No, I don't. I do not. I do not. Nope. You talking about like HF for ham radio? Not like shortwave, right? No, I don't. I've got 2 meter 440. You guys should be watching this World Health Organization stuff. Biden signed in and gave the World Health Organization some treaty that authorizes them to take over world health, right? In a pandemic, can mandate vaccinations and stuff like that. That's where you better worry about Biden being in. Like, is Biden cataloging? And it's not even Biden, right? Do you even believe that that's the same old man that's still alive? If Trump got in office, will some of that change? Probably so. Will he do everything that you would hope and put things back to freedom? Absolutely not. It's just the lesser of two evils. But it might buy you some time. It might give you a 4-year window where financially you can make some money, but people won't. They're complacent and like, oh, good, we don't have to do any of this anymore. And it hasn't stuck as a way of life for them. So for people who are kind of awoke to it, it might buy you 4 years to amass some money and buy some things that you need and take that little 4 years of rest and utilize it for the turmoil which is going to come after that 4 years. I wanted to make a hat band. Would it be too much trouble to request 1.5-inch strip? Yeah, I'm not sending it to you. Just order it off the internet, man. You'll find it. You'll find it. I would tell you with every intention that I will do that. I cannot fucking do that. A dude emailed Amanda or texted Amanda yesterday and said, hey, I was on the live with John, and he said if I ordered an OD Black modular spent mag, it would ship out the next day. Well, it did ship out the next day, but not to him. Somebody ordered it before him. So, like, I have every intention of doing that, but if it involves me, there's no fucking way it'll ever happen. Like, when we pull orders in the morning, we don't even see the names of who ordered that shit. We go in the order they were received, we go through and pull that shit, we put what we can in boxes, and we ship as much of it as we can the same day. But we don't know who ordered any of that shit. Just look on, you can find everything you're looking for from companies that sell that stuff. If you just Google it, you'll find somebody selling it. You could find it even on eBay probably, or Amazon even would have the raw materials. What type of jack do you keep in the back of the 4Runner? The shitty one that came with it. Like, I haven't changed anything out. I usually carry full-size jacks in the big trucks. Like, we just get these low boys. I think I bought like 4 or 5 of those from Costco years ago. There's some good aluminum ones, right? Harbor Freight has some cool shit. Check out those Eagle jacks. Those Eagle off-road jacks are pretty cool too. A few years ago, during the BLM riots, a nearby town had a grand total of 2 BLM protesters, and I thought I was close. I was took close to this. I think he means too close to this shit. I can't imagine living close. No, man, yeah. Like, if you were in cities where bricks were being dropped off, like, that's a problem. You grow corn. Fuck no, I don't grow corn. I've tried growing corn a few times. Corn grew in San Diego pretty well, and then the rats ate it before we ever got any of it. I did corn this year in protein tubs, and it came up really well. It was probably 6, 7, 8 feet tall. It started putting on ears, but it never formed the ears. If I could do corn if I took the time to do corn. If I prepped an area, planted it, and then, fenced it off so the animals, so the sheep or the didn't get in there and chew it up. If I did enough of it, if I did, 20 by 20 of it, yeah, we could get like some popcorn or some, eating corn. They do grow corn around here. I just don't grow it. Plant corn in blocks, not rows. Yep. You need that cross-pollination. I feel way better today. I think 2 more days, my sinus infection will be gone. Have you tried like colloidal silver and shit like that? I live in a square mile of corn. Man, Amanda's scared to death of corn. I don't know if she just says that or she really is, but she does not like fields of corn. Yeah, it's dent corn. Like, you can't go eat that shit. You could eat it, but you have to do a process called nixtamalization for it to release protein. Like, you could eat the corn, like eat corn for 6, 7, 8 months, and you would die of starvation because your body can't absorb any of the nutrients. The corn we eat to grow here is for animal feed and for ethanol. Went to a concert at the Ryman. Nice. Back 20 came out, and there was a pallet of bricks. Oh, in 2020. Amish Dutch kids are children of the corn, yeah. The video with Black Scout. Yeah, I had a good time with that, man. I've known him for years. He'll keep the illusion going. It's always the illusion, isn't it? What year is the Forerunner? 21, I think. I think I have 21. Maybe a 20. How did you get the giraffes and the lion? I bought them. You, too, can buy them. Just go on Marketplace or Facebook and type in giraffe for sale. Must be the movie Secret Window. The corn is coming in good this year. Nice. Corn for my food. I'm a secondhand vegan. Grumpy, what's up? Yeah, that's right. Corn for your food. Like if most like there's a gene that people have, right? And people have eaten so much corn, and it's not the corn from 100 years ago. It's the corn from the last 30 years, the processed corn. And a lot of it's not even the corn, it's the glyphosate, which is sprayed on the corn. Right when they harvest corn and wheat, they spray Roundup on there because it's a salt-based product and it drives the moisture out, so it's better for harvest. But people have an ailment from eating corn products, and a lot of times you will have kids that are very, very obese and distended stomachs. And when you remove corn from their diet, when you remove any processed food that has corn, they will lose 20 or 30 pounds within like 90 days. It's because they're allergic to the corn. Yeah, farmers spray that shit everywhere. Cornbread from Jimmy Red Corn is awesome. Yeah, I like corn products. But I mean, if you stop and think about eating corn, how much corn just comes out in your shit? It's because your body doesn't really absorb the corn. They turn it into sugar, and that's what everybody's getting. Desiccants to dry out the crop faster. Yes, they are. Yeah, your dog's not supposed to be eating corn. Your dog's not supposed to be eating rice. Like, dogs are carnivores. Yeah, zero nutritional value. It just gives you the sense of eating something. Have I ever had a Dex drawer system? Nope, I've seen a lot of them, man. Dex just came out with a Dash 2 system, the second generation, and it's great. It's improved it. They were good before, but it's improved the function and the useful space in them. Trying the carnivore diet so far, feel pretty good. Good, man. Starlink GMO corn, not familiar with it. Large tool bags. I have a black one and an OD large tool bag right now. There's a couple OD blacks down there, and there's one of those, I think we call it Arctic or something, the blue with the white Velcro. It's what I've got for large tool bags right now. We had a ton of them. I've still got some standard size tool bags, a few of them. Pretty good storm here, no electricity for a couple of hours. Interesting. Where are you at, man? My dog, Anatolian Shepherd, dragged a pie off the counter, and begs the kids for candy ever since. Oh yeah, maybe so. He just smells the sugar. All dog has wheat, corn, and soy. Not all, but most of your big bag feeds do. We use Purina One Pro Puppy Chow for all of the dogs, whether they're puppies or not. I feed them puppy chow. And I'm sure that has corn and rice and all kinds of shit. Now, we also feed the dogs a lot of whole rabbits and whole chickens. Feathers on, fur on, organs in, everything. We also give them a lot of table scraps. All of the grease, all of the leftover meat, all of that stuff goes to the dogs. I just reached out to Optimize You in Chattanooga. Hopefully I can get back on T. 3 different doctors have turned me down. One said 140 test was fine. Yeah, Josh, they'll just, if you don't get what you need, let me know. when I'll put you, we'll just talk directly to the owner. I know you felt a lot better when you were using that. You need armor for my shepherd. I don't know what you're talking about. Like dog body armor? Feed my dog whole chicken and pork chops. Yep. Just no cooked bones, right? We feed whole chicken, like whole frozen chicken. People don't think that you can feed chicken bones to dogs. You should not if they're cooked. But if you are boiling them all the way down, which is a huge pain in the ass, I don't know why you would fucking boil a chicken to give to a dog. The dog can eat raw, bone-in chicken, even with the feathers, even with the organs. Man, going to Optimize You will make a huge difference for you, buddy. It's generally modified corn. A lot of countries will not allow it to be imported from the U.S. Yeah, fresh bones, like raw bones, yes. That's what we use. We like I grew a ton of chickens. We grew a couple hundred chickens, big Cornish crosses. And we didn't slaughter them. They were like between 16 and 22 pounds when we killed them, when we slaughtered them. So I have freezers full of chickens, and we don't ever defrost that shit and eat it. If the time came where we needed to, we have the meat. It's all in the freezers. But I take them out and I just let them thaw, and then I cut them in half and I give them to the dogs. Most people are dumbasses when it comes to their dogs, pets. Most people are dumbasses when it comes to fucking everything. Yeah, they're huge chickens. And really, financially wise, math wise, you should not do that, because the conversion for the feed those bigger chickens are eating, they're eating a lot more to grow very little. Cats are chasing something over there. Something flying, some flying creature. I just got some wrist straps. My weakness in my bench press is my wrist. So I thought I would try these, and man, just putting them on for a second is the biggest difference. I've never worn wrist wraps. It is the biggest difference in the world. It stabilizes your wrist. Do I eat any of those chicken? No, I have people that cook. We like tonight, we just jumped in the truck and went to dinner. I had a ribeye, I had a steak quesadilla, a ribeye, had a very good margarita, and a caprese salad. And then Amanda had some kind of salmon. And then we have a lady that makes lunches for us and brings us lunches here every day. And then we've had a guy that cooked, and then before that, Josh worked here for 4 years. And he kind of ruined me. Like, I've not had any food as good as Josh's since Josh, made lunches and dinner and shit for us. Oh yeah, Grumpy. We had one when we killed it. It was a rooster, was 25 pounds. And I would walk out and look in the pen where he was living. He had just got in there one day and I didn't make him leave, and he just stayed there. And I go out and he's laying upside down, feet up. And I'm like, oh, that bird finally died. And I kind of kick him over. I just turn him back over. He would get upside down like a turtle, and he was so fucking fat he couldn't turn back over. That happened several times. When we finally dispatched him, he was 25 pounds. Big fat Cornish cross. Wheezed when they ran. Yeah, they don't run very well at all when they get big. That's why they say you're supposed to kill them at 10 weeks. You always hear people say Cornish crosses hearts explode, or they get so heavy their bone structure's brittle and they break their legs. That rooster could walk? Yeah, he waddled. That's 100% true, Josh, and you know it is. Inzer brand iron wrist was what we used powerlifting. They're black and red. Oh, I would definitely like that. I just bought whatever was on Amazon. There's a difference between those two. Those green ones have a much heavier elastic to them. Do you store steaks in the freezer or just cuts of meat? Do I store steaks or just cuts of meat? Well, steak is a cut of meat. Yeah, we buy half cow, but guys, I never pull meat out of the freezer. If I have to plan a meal ahead of time, it's never going to happen. I never like my eating here at the shop is a 10-minute evolution. I am never going to take time to plan a meal. When I plan a meal and I'm like, hey, what do you want to eat? I don't know. What do you want to eat? I'm like, fuck it. I'll just go get some ribeyes. I go straight to the meat cutter at the little grocery store here. I buy 6 ribeyes. I bring them back. I put a half a stick of butter on a pan of cast iron. I bring it up to 600 degrees. I throw the steak in there. I actually slice the steak into slices. And then I throw the slices in there 1 minute each side. And then I eat. Like I have cooked dinner and ate dinner in under 10 minutes. Every time. Like we don't have any chairs when we eat. We all stand and eat lunch, and then we go back to doing what we're doing. Watched on Black Scout. Thanks, man. Thought you might know of a place that I could get armor for dogs as a backwoods animal rescuer. I run into cougars. Oh, yeah, you need to look at hog hunting dogs, man. I do not know. There are places that make cut vests for dogs. I know mountain lion hunters, they tree them, and bear hunters, they tree the dog's tree. And the dogs do get chewed on sometimes, and they have vests for them, but I don't know what that stuff is. Yeah, meat's never as good when it's frozen. And only one pan to clean, yep. Yeah, and usually when I cook dinner here, it's only meat. Like, I don't ever make it. Every now and then I'll take a big sweet potato and I'll slice, 10 wedges off of that, and I'll just sear them up in olive oil with sea salt. And I have a salt grinder. You loathe frozen meat. Yeah, Josh used to go to 3 butcher shops every week and buy, ribeye and whatever he was going to cook for the week. Is this a store? Yeah, this is a store, but not only is it a store, like we sell all of this, we actually make it all right here in this building. What is this, alive? What is the purpose? Yeah, it's alive. Here's the reason you're seeing this. You don't realize that you've already interacted with a bunch of my short form content. We do 2 full-length podcasts every week, and I do 6 video series. My production guys take some of our podcast material and break it into a couple hundred shorts every week. And those shorts oftentimes are misunderstood, or out of anger, they go viral. People don't like the things we say in them. And it's usually people that are not my target audience that disagree, right? But because they disagree, those video clips go viral, and people scrolling right through shorts see and interact with a lot of my video. And what that does is called vertical integration. So when I'm live, because you have interacted with my other short content, it puts my live into your short feed. And that's why you're seeing this video. Yeah, I like the butter better. I like the taste. I have beef tallow. Tornado in Oklahoma missed the kids by dozens of miles. Yeah, made in motherfucking USA. It says it on every label. Every piece of gear we put out has a tag on it. It says made in the motherfucking USA. Hello, sir. Big one. What's up? Just listened to the Joel Salatin podcast again. Great info. I could tell you were nervous. I don't know if I was nervous. I just didn't know how to interview him. I didn't know I mean, he's been on Joe Rogan and everywhere. So for him to sit in our podcast studio. Special operations equipment. They make tactical gear and EDC gear that once you have it. Yeah, we make heirloom quality equipment. Like your great grandkids that are not born yet will still be able to use the gear that you buy today. Our gear will go into museums, and after the alien civil war, when your future family is fighting the next war, they will break cases in museums and pull that equipment out, and it'll still be functional. Everybody says they don't make them like they used to. We've been doing this for 35 years. We never stopped making them like we used to. We still make the exact same stuff that we made. Two tornadoes crossed I-35 4 miles south of my house 15 minutes ago. The weather watchers here are all amped up. Do you have a storm shelter? Any of you guys in tornado territory, you got storm shelters? Grandbabies have their own tool bags, right on. What's up, Shannon? Polyface had a huge open house today, right on. How did you get started into making gear? Man, my story's out there 1,000 times. I've got 5,000 videos here. We've told it over and over. Have a belt just to attest that's probably 12 years old. Yeah, we got gear out there that's 35 years old. Farmers are working the field tonight around there. Carry food every day, everywhere. It's one of the best things I've bought. Right on, man. Neighbors have shelter, split level house. Norman, Oklahoma. Right on. Counting the days down until I receive large tool bag. What'd you order, Sterling? What color? Best camo for West Tennessee? Depends on the season. Highlander works great. Mandrake works great. Tropic would work good. Just normal multicam works too. You can't remember what color? Well, I can't do anything for you. I'm a ballroom dance teacher and have used SOE boot bags and tool bags as my shoes, etc. No getting confused with other people. Yeah, that's a good point, man. Coyote. Yeah, I don't have any coyote right now. How does WTP Holsters sell US made shirts? I don't know. I don't even know who they are. Are they going to grind some handles or hit the sag? Well, those are two vastly different things. Have we made large tool bags in Splatter? No, we just put large tool bags up in Splatter as a pre-order. So next week probably. Honky McWhitney would like you to know that he's a loser. He just showed up here to let everybody know. Quite the name there. Well, I ordered the large Splatter print. Expect you to get in a time machine. Yeah, I can confirm that John's shit stands really hard use. He had a pouch. He made a pouch for me years ago before he started using the Made the Motherfucking USA logos, and that pouch retired with me. Yeah, we've got a ton of gear, like I said, that's 35 years old. We started using that logo probably 22 years ago. walk towards the gun belts. No, even if I showed you a gun belt, you're not going to be able to see them. Get online, order a low profile belt. We'll build it up. It'll ship to you within a week. Order the size, it's same size as your pants. It's what I wear every day. It's what most of my guys here wear. These are all belts, but you're not going to be able to tell anything from these belts. Even if you order a belt, nobody's going to walk over here to this shelf and pull one. We're still going to build your belt. These are belts that just sit here for when we have events and stuff here, guys, so we have inventory. What's a good size backpack for a 9-year-old daughter for school? Splatter, of course. We're not running any in Splatter. You have only one option in Splatter, and I think that's a day pack, and I think you can still order it. It's a pre-order. I think they have cut some of them already. Low Pro or EDC? I'd get the Low Pro. They have a little more adjustment and they're flat in the front. I gave my Easter bag to my wife after she asked about my 8-mag stack rig. The Easter bags are sweet. We just built a ton of them. All the Easter bags are cut right now, so every order that is due one, we have the bag for it now. Marcus Dolan is banned. He will never be seen or heard from again here. Do I use disposable lithium battery? Yeah, I do for the most part. I use a lot of rechargeable stuff, but I carry a lot of lithium non-rechargeables just in my bags and stuff. When we do building like urban exploration and stuff, I need something that I can just put batteries straight into. And then I could also buy them if I had to locally. One large Coyote tool bag, right on. Low profile, yeah, low profile is flat in the front. Are they as rigid as the EDC? Yeah, they're the exact same belt. They just don't have the Cobra buckle. They have a G-hook. What zippers do we use? We use a number 10 Vislon zipper. Nobody else uses that. I don't know why. Mil spec is 8 and 9. We use a number 10. It's the absolute biggest zipper we've ever been able to get without going to a dry suit zipper or a toothed zipper. I use a spiral. I don't like the tooth zipper. We've seen tooth zippers fail. In 35 years, we've never seen one of our zippers fail in the track unless it involves a boat prop, fire, or bullets. 19 zippers get stuck on my thing. I don't know what you're talking about. But that's your one bullshit post that you get here. So participate in this conversation. If you say some other stupid shit, you'll be removed from here. Finally Velcroed my holster in the FOOP. It works great, man. We suffer from parasitic drain, yeah. I mean, I've got the rechargeable Surefire batteries and such, but like I carry a bunch of these. Like we went out last weekend, we were in an abandoned hospital and several other abandoned buildings. And I run a stiletto most of the time, and I've got some headlamps, but I carry a bunch of lithium A's and triple A's. And then I've got a bunch of different, lights that I carry with me. I've got a ton of different lights and stuff. One bullshit comment. Yeah, man. At 52, I just don't tolerate things that annoy me. I just literally, people like, what do you have to do today? I don't know, but I can name a list of things that I don't have to do because I don't do shit I don't want to do anymore. I spend enough time doing a lot of work, and especially work that I didn't like to do, so that I now don't have to do any of that. And if you distract my train of thought from what I believe is adding value with a push of, that's the beauty of the internet, right? We don't need moderators or internet police or internet regulation. You don't need any of that shit. Everybody has a button, and with a simple push of a button, you can simply never see something that you don't care to see anymore. So if I'm doing this live feed with 288 people on here right now, and there's some guy making fart jokes, he obviously doesn't belong here. He has stumbled into the wrong place. So with the push of a button, we never hear from him again. America, we have rights. What's up, man? I make nylon tactical gear. Started this company 35 years ago. Recommendation for stuff to keep in kit to repair nylon gear. Yeah, needle and thread, shoe goo. I'm sure there's some other types of epoxies and stuff, glues and adhesive. There's a lot of patches you can put on just right over a cut or a tear, like for tents and sil nylon and weatherproof clothing. Carry some dental floss. Dental floss is super good. It's waxed, it pulls through material and kind of sticks to itself. Both those accounts you banned were created the same day. Interesting. I didn't ban the other one yet. Maybe Amanda got him. My EDC flashlight is Streamlight ProTac 2 AAAs. It's light enough that it slides into the Night Ice headband. Right on. Large nylon sutures. Checking in from Team Room. Caleb, what's up? Do I have any chairs, Victorian style? Yeah, I have some chairs. Yeah, I have some big wingback chair leather stuff, some Churchills and stuff. I've got some Chesterfield, which is the tuck and button stuff. And then I have some actual like Victorian type chairs. I have a rocking chair that has a metal adjustment on it, so it'll adjust the angle of the back and stuff. Dental floss also works for sutures in a pinch. Boy, you'd be hard pressed. I would prefer to have sutures. And for nowadays, man, most of the stuff that people put sutures in, you don't have to suture anymore. Now, especially with staplers and glues and stuff. Black Scout, what's up, man? For dining room chairs? No, I have like some old rockers and stuff. I bought a lot of chairs. I don't have a lot of place to put chairs. Like upstairs in the museum, and if you put chairs, assholes want to sit in your chairs. And it's always the biggest, fattest guy with the dirtiest shit on, or the guy that's got all the fucking clips and shit that are going to cut your chairs up. So I took a lot of the chairs and just put them in storage, because every time we'd have people over, it was always the fattest dude that wanted to sit on the most delicate chair. Antique Ouija boards. I don't own any Ouija boards at all. I think there's actually something to that shit, and I don't have any Ouija boards. Ask your local FD for expired IV sets and decomp needles and sutures. Weapons Junkie, what's up? DJ, what's up? Keep Surefire and underwater kinetic flashlights in toolkits in my vehicles. Man, I haven't seen an underwater kinetic. I had dozens of those things. The handheld rectangle little ones, and the big with the pistol grips on them. I haven't seen, is underwater kinetic still in business? Yeah, no Ouijas. Here, we'll go upstairs. You can kind of see what I'm talking about. I don't have a lot of room for chairs and shit. Spiral staircase. Here, I'll turn the lights on. Like, I've got some couches. Those are Churchills. These were just something I bought when I first moved here, I think. But as I've gotten nicer, like lounge chairs and stuff, we've put the other stuff away. I've got a big wingback chair over here. And that's real leather. These are all leather. This is out of a German. This came from Germany. It's got humidors in the arms. And it's got all kinds of, it's got like mermaids and shit in the bottom down here. It's all individual pieces that are inlaid in there. And that's said to be like late 1800s. Is that an Atlas buck? You know, I didn't shoot these, man. I don't know. I started buying skulls, which turned into getting taxidermy. And originally I only bought stuff that could kill you, right? It had to have real big teeth and stuff for me to buy it. And a buddy of mine was bringing me some stuff from Ohio. And when he showed up, he had those mounts. So that's how I ended up with those. All those globes say Rhodesia on them. You need a big old line. I have a line. It's down in the garage. Open an antique shop. We've had booths at several antique shops over the years. My wife and I just kind of go and hunt for weird stuff. So we'll kind of go to a city that we've never been to and just go through the antique stores and stuff and get the couple pieces we want. And then a few years later, we'll go back and there's nothing we want. Like the stuff that we buy has usually been there, you know, for 50 years. People don't really walk into an antique store and they're like, how much is the lion? Or they do and they won't buy it, you know. So once we get the things that out of those places that I like, they never get any more of it. My grandpa used to just go to Africa and shoot lions, and every doctor and lawyer in Court Square, you know, had one. It was just what they did. And now kids are so fucking pussyfied now, and they've passed so much regulation and shit that it's kind of looked down upon. So a lot of times when the interstate system was put through, it killed all the old rural routes, like rural route 66 and 69 and 70. 69 comes straight through here. So all those court squares, nobody really did business there, and those places sat just empty for decades. So now with them trying to revitalize all these small towns and make fucking bullshit coffee shops in all of them, all of the contents that have been there, the first thing the owner wants to do is just dump all that shit in the dumpster or try to have an estate auction. And a lot of the stuff that people look at is really weird now. It doesn't sell at estate auctions. It goes to several like taxidermy warehouses and stuff. And I have friends that run those auctions, so I'm able to get some of that shit every now and then. Antique chess. No, I don't have any like true antique chess boards. And then I have some chess pieces that are ivory. I don't have any, but a guy came to one of my parties years ago and gave me this chessboard. It's not like true antique, it's tourist trade from overseas. I've got a lot of stuff like overseas tourist type trade stuff. Like that shrunken head, like that's a tourist trade shrunken head. Most people couldn't tell, like if you didn't know. The dragons are cool. Oh, the foo dogs over here. These are super cool. I've seen these before, but I've never found a set as big as these. Like that's actual gold gilt, and to have a pair, right? Anytime I buy something like that, I want the left and the right, not just two rights. And they're opposing. Like one foo dog should have a paw on a baby, and one foo dog should have a paw on a ball. Like there's the ball, and then this one's got a cub over here. It's got the baby with him. And then the same thing with like the serpent lions. Those are protectors that are supposed to go at entryways of palaces and stuff. That one there, there's a ball, there's the baby. Mark, hey, 5-year-old, dumbass, you're banned. And the crazy shit is, You have no fucking idea where you're even at. You're in a video right now with 100 dudes that know one another and have run businesses for multiple decades. You could literally ask these guys a true question and they would give you a fucking real answer about how you could change the direction of your life tomorrow. And you have just fucking cut yourself out of anything that is our lives by saying stupid shit on the internet. If I had a button that would shock the shit out of you right now, I would push that button. Would a tool bag make a good range bag? Absolutely it would. YouTube has changed midstream. Weird. What do you think it is? Looks like the Mystery Shack. Not trying to argue, man. I just haven't ever seen real evidence of supernatural. I just know a lot of people see what they want to see. B. Jones, who are you talking to? Who's arguing with you? Honestly believe that all supernatural stuff is explainable with reality and reason. Cool. But for somebody who feels something opposite of that, who cares? We were in an asylum 2 years ago. It's got underground tunnels. There's 2 miles of underground tunnels that connect 6 buildings. And the big building was the hospital building, and it was built in 1890. And it was a Kirkbride asylum, and the big hospital was made of stone, quarried stone, right? And a lot of the weird shit that happens is in buildings that have quarried stone, and people think that it holds previous energy. And in this building was the morgue. And in the morgue, this building had closed down in 1985-ish. So in the morgue, there were 6 chillers, 6 horizontal refrigerators for bodies. And they still had the doors on them. They were brass, fucking pretty wild. And the autopsy table was to the side. There's pictures of it. We put video up of it. I have a whole video of the place. And the guys that were there right before us, who I know, I said, hey, what's security like? And how do I get in? And they said, hey, we're leaving. They gave me all the info I needed. And then they said, hey, we're leaving. Just be aware the supernatural, the energy is off the charts. Like there's a bunch of crazy shit happening. And I'm like, well, what happened? And he sent me a video of they're in the tunnels and they have like some night vision on the cameras. And they're using EVP recorders, which is just an electric voice recorder. And you can see in the tunnel, the guy behind the other dude, you see this white orb floating towards him. And it goes through the dude's elbow. And the guy like screams. He's like, holy shit, something just went through me. It's super cold. I have no doubt that that happened. No doubt whatsoever. I know these guys. I saw the footage. I saw the original video, everything. And he'd also said they got in one of those chiller trays in one of those morgue refrigerators, laid down. He's like, I was in there for about 30 minutes and I actually fell asleep. And when we got out and started playing the voice recording, fast forward, you would hear voices talking on that. Did they fake it? Maybe. I have no doubt that that fucking thing flew through his arm, though. And when Amanda and I were there, we were there for 7 hours, her and I. And when we got home that night, we both took showers. And then we finally kind of decompressed, and we were in bed. And I go, did you see anything weird? And she goes, I did not see anything weird, but I was not open to it. I was not expecting it, and I was not going to allow it. I wasn't going to will it. And maybe there's something right. Maybe you know, if you're not open to it or whatever, or maybe if you're looking for it, maybe you'll find it, and maybe it's not real. I don't know, but there's plenty of people who have had shit happen to them that is unexplainable. Ghosts only talk on voice recorders because it's spookier that way. Maybe. I have a piece upstairs from Salem, Massachusetts. It's a talisman of a witch. It's a burning witch set on top of a chimney. And there was 2 of them at auction. We were supposed to get both of them, and we were only able to get 1 of them. And it was delivered here. It was dropped off. It's about 4 feet tall. Looks like a ship's mast, right? It's actual carved wood. It's very heavy. And it was wrapped up in a blanket, and it sat right here by my desk for about 6 months. It sat right here where that shredder is. It was propped up against the wall there. And a lot of shit was happening here. We had moved into the building. We hadn't been in here very long. And we knew somebody had died here, cutting the main line wire coming into the building. And it was arced off of the box. And the contractors coming in here, the electricians coming in here, even the power company, 3 separate people, 3 separate times came in and they're like, hey, you know somebody died here? I'm like, yep, somebody told me about it. And we just assumed it was him. And there was a bunch of shit that had happened around here, doors opening and closing. And I would sit here and sew on this sewing machine every night on live video. And I would see somebody walk across in the reflection of the windows. I would sit right here sewing after everybody left. And I would see somebody walk across here. And I'd look and there was never anybody there. And then a couple months of that, Amanda said, there's a ghost here. And I go, why do you say that? And she, same thing. She would be up front here and she would see somebody walk past. And then a few months later, one of the ladies that worked here said, is there a motherfucking ghost here? I go, why do you say that? She goes, because every time I'm back here getting webbing or Velcro back here, I always see somebody back here. I always see somebody in here. And when I look, there's nobody there. 3 unrelated people, we never said anything to the other people. They just all said it. That thing left here to have a display cradle made for it. And that display cradle, it was at my friend's house. It's a registered historic site here in Tennessee, part of the Civil War. And it has slave quarters in the basements and shackles and all kinds of shit. And it has a slave graveyard on the property. And when that thing came back here, all that shit stopped and it never did it again. And I think whatever was attached to that piece, I think it stayed there at his house. They just let you catch a glimpse, but never get a good look. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Multiple people saying the same thing without a personal gain is a great indicator of truth. That's kind of how I take that, man, because I never said shit. I was on a live feed one night, several nights when I was on a live feed, people like, did you just see that fucking ghost? Because they see me jump. Like, I'm getting chills talking about it right now. I was upstairs sitting in one of those big lounge chairs, and the door upstairs opened and closed. And I about jumped out of my skin. And by this time when that happened, people who watched the live feeds knew what was up. And that door sticks. It can't open on its own. And it has a very distinct sound. It opened and closed. I ended the live video, and I figured that one of my guys was here. We have catwalks and like secret passages through the building. Not really secret passages, they're service ways. Behind the walls upstairs, there's a catwalk that is the whole length of the building, 10 feet wide. It's just a service area and storage. So I figured one of my asshole friends or employees was in one of the closets or something when we shut down and was just here fucking with me. I never found anything. Whose face was on the bag? That's my face. So how do people believe in ghosts but not Jesus? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's not my. Why do we care? That's the real question. What do you care? Do you get points if you change their mind? Why argue with somebody? Just believe what you believe. You don't need to convert anybody. Let them think whatever it is they want to think. Anytime John says hold this, decline. How long have you guys been at this location? We bought this as an abandoned building. It was super vandalized. It didn't look anything like this. Maybe 8 years ago, I bought this property, and when we bought it, the building, the doors were welded shut. There was no copper, no electric, no plumbing. Everything was vandalized inside. It was 10,000 square feet. Had a little tiny VIP lounge in part of the building, like a little tiny upstairs. It was like the width of the building, 65 feet, and it was probably like 20 feet. And this used to be a nightclub. So back here originally was like a big stage, and it was big. It's like a 10,000 square foot nightclub. And hair bands through the 80s and 90s would stop here and play on the way into Nashville. And then after that, they put all this, actually I can't even show you any of it anymore. They put a machine shop in here, which cracked a lot of the slab. And they put this ugly corrugated mismatched metal up, but we redid it. We put a 6,000-foot loft upstairs. The property's 10 acres. Originally, I had a full-blown motocross track here, big double and triple jumps and the whole deal. But over time, especially during COVID, we kind of started doing more food production and homestead stuff here. And now we run several events here. We have Self-Reliance Festival. We have, 50 speakers come in from around the world and just talk about food production and alternative economy and alternative communications and just how to live more freely, really, is what we do. Nightclub out in the middle of nowhere. Yep. Because this was not the middle of nowhere. 69 runs right through here. 69 and 70 used to be the way. And a lot of these, like we had, Kim Moore's was out. There was a bunch of big factories. DuPont was out here. Kim Moore's was out here. The power plant was out here. Like this used to be some of the world's best duck hunting back in those days. So there was a lot of industry here. There was a hotel up the road that was famous. Elvis used to come out here. Like back in the day, this was part of, the way. Always wanted to ask, how much money do you have just installing, and lights? You guys ever heard of the company Big Ass Fan? A lot of people don't know they have a subsidiary company called Big Ass LED. And we actually had the reps come out to install Big Ass LED lights. And what they said was, because our ceilings are so low, there is not an advantage to using them. So what we have done is, when the contractor said, how much light do you want? And I go, how the fuck do I know? How much light should I have? Whatever they said I should have, I said double it. So I don't remember what they said, but we doubled it. And because this is low, these light fixtures are tucked up. These are duals here. Upstairs we've got surface mount quads. But these are T5 HOs. If you touch that, it would blister your finger. They run really hot, but they're very bright. So these are ballasted lights. So what's happening now as they burn out, because I had them put double the insulation in the roof, in the ceiling here, it's sound abatement. When these machines can be screaming down here, you don't hear them upstairs at all. And that holds heat. So as they're burning out, we are now replacing them with a non-ballasted LED light tube. So that cuts the temperature way down. We're just letting them run their course, and as they burn out, which is 1 or 2 every week now, we're switching them out. And you can see the LEDs, they now have a good LED that is equivalent to a T5. So that's the new ones we just put in. And these are ones that are, they've been in there for a while. Those were replaced probably last year, those bulbs. But the new LEDs are really good. Dumped all your T5s, yeah, without AC. How hot would, fucking ridiculous. Because what happens is these T5s superheat the floor upstairs, and we have 2 7-ton air handlers upstairs. So it's always running. The electricity bill here is $3,500 a month in this building right here. We have 3 other electric services on the property. So they don't have ballast. Correct. Yeah, there is a non-ballasted LED light bulb replacement now for T5 for everything. Where did you get the Oakley cases? So if you want Oakley cases, there's actually better cases. There's some other sunglass cases I have too. I got probably 12 of these things. Look on Craigslist and look at Marketplace, type in Oakley. The real answer is Oakley, when they get their new shit, they set these out back. And then somebody that works there tells their friend, and they come get them for free. They sell these things between $500 and $1,000. But you'll see guys selling them for $2,000 and shit. I buy them very inexpensively. Chase asked about gas gun versus bolt for long range. If going bigger than 308 would go bolt gun, because gas gun will not get max performance from Magnum 24-inch barrel. There you go. AC bill got to be rough. Yeah, we've got 4 7-ton heat air units back there, which are also natural gas. And then we have a 5-ton. But this building's open bay, right? It's not set up for mini splits. And mini splits were not as prevalent as they are now. Everything we're putting in now is mini splits. Jedi Sith is a great place to get all you can go 100 times and see something. What are we talking about? Oh, the shop gives the son a run for his money, yeah. $1,800 log cabin on our homestead had ghosts that creeped out multiple people. I simply told it, don't live here, and I would take care of his home. Nothing has happened since, huh? When I was in the medical field working as a nursing home, that was built on top of an old farmhouse that burnt down and killed a little boy. Staff would always say, did you see the little boy? Yeah, I had a guy work for me that used to work at a psych hospital, man, and he had crazy fucking stories too. Putting in mini splits and heat pumps, nice. Now the mini splits, they say the mini splits don't work under like 20 degrees, so be aware of that. If your mini split housing is outside, have some kind of encasement around it. Is there a website or a link for info? Yeah, it's SOE-tacticalgear.com, Special Operations Equipment, SOE-tacticalgear.com. Now, for anybody listening that's not aware, anytime you're on YouTube and you're curious if there's a link to a website, if you just look at the description of any video, every single video will have a description. And in the description, unless the guy making the video is a complete idiot, there will be a link to whatever he wants to sell you or wherever he wants to direct you. Also, any YouTube page will have an About tab or an Info tab, and that information will be there as well. Now putting in mini splits. Oh, some will, yeah, they just cost more. Guys, they've got mini splits that'll fully run off solar right now. I've got 5,000 videos on this YouTube channel here. Like, I do this live every night. This is just us bullshitting. 385 people, about 100 of us know one another. We're friends. Now, when I say friend, I don't mean some random guy off the internet. I mean, we've all been together in the location several times. We sit down, have dinner. We know each other's children, friends, like in real life. And we just get together and talk. We talk about whatever we want to talk about every night. We help promote each other's business. We give business advice and information, lifestyle design. That's what we do. Another 300 people jump on here, and sometimes some of those people become friends. They come out to our events. Some of them come and work for us. Some of them we do business together. But this is just kind of us hanging out, having fun, and talking about whatever we want. And sometimes new people jump on, and they like what we do, and some of them don't, and that's okay. EcoFlow Wave 2. So Scully is using the EcoFlow. He just got that EcoFlow heater AC set for his adventure trailer, and that's why he went with EcoFlow. He bought the EcoFlow battery pack generator system, and he bought that heater air set that goes with it, and he says it's awesome. You should be seeing videos from it pretty soon if he hasn't already put some up. It's Dog Kennel and Little Spoon is his YouTube channel. What'd everybody eat for dinner tonight? I didn't get any dessert. I feel shorted. I should have. They didn't have any dessert I wanted though. 400-watt panel, EcoFlow generator. About to buy Wave 2. Nice, man. Pizza. Oh, I like pizza. The Wave set is coming, incoming guest, right on. I had cheesecake. Yeah, they had cheesecake. I didn't get cheesecake. I don't know what I wanted. I did have a margarita. First margarita I've had in, I don't know, since SRF, 3 weeks. What'd you say?
You also chose to not go get ice cream.
Yeah, I didn't get ice cream either. Because it's not good enough. I'm gonna go sit there with some weird people at an ice cream place and have ice cream that I don't really care for. Huh?
They're all weird.
They are all weird.
Like the people next to us in here,
They did. I saw him. She was way out of his league. That's his hot sister, or he's doing pretty well. I found 4-year-old steaks in the freezer, fried them in a pan. How was it, Wolfpack? Did you put anything in there? What'd you fry them in? Too fat for dinners. Crab boil, nice. What kind of crab did we do? Do we do king crab or do we do that bullshit snow crab? Have you guys noticed that crabs have gotten much smaller since COVID? I used to be able to go to a decent restaurant, nice steakhouse, and get a nice cluster of king crab legs. Now they're fucking minuscule, if they even have them. Just butter, nice. No restaurant has dessert worth getting. Won't even do it for anniversary. Grumpy. Yeah, man, I did 4 ice cubes, a banana, a scoop of MRE Light, and a little bit of milk. And man, that was great. It's actually too sweet. Went to a murder mystery dinner, so options were chicken or salmon. Which one did you do? I'd have been like, bring me both. Just watching him walk around, I've seen some shit that's made my underwear wet. I have 4-year-old steaks. Okay, we read those. Here's, for guys that don't know, the MRE Light. I have an affiliate code for Redcon. If you guys buy Redcon stuff, the affiliate code's SOE gear. But I use this shit like every day. And up until a few weeks ago, if you'd have said what protein powder, I'm like, I don't use any protein powder. I still don't use a lot of it. I use it in replacement for dessert. It's very good. And then Amanda just got the chocolate peanut butter one. Like, I use everything on this shelf. I use all of this shit. Just watch Pulling the Thread 70, wide-ranging topics. Very interested in Jeff speaking about his EcoFlow kit. Still studying Blue Eddy versus EcoFlow. Going to move on one. So I went with the Blue Eddy. I was going to buy the EcoFlow. EcoFlow is what Marfugel talks about every night on his live. And I went with every intention of buying the EcoFlow. I put the whole EcoFlow kit in my cart, went to check out, and it said they weren't going to be able to deliver for 90 days. So it was, I think it was like 4th of July weekend or something. They were having promos. I didn't even look at Blue Eddy. I had looked at EcoFlow, and when I closed out of EcoFlow, a Blue Eddy ad popped up on Instagram. So I clicked on theirs, put it all in the cart, and they said they would ship it Monday. That was Sunday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. They shipped it Monday. I had it by Wednesday. I got the 2500 Max system. It's got the big box and controller on the bottom, which is a battery, and it's got 2 additional battery packs. So I can run these all in series and just have one big set of batteries. I can also unplug these, and I can take each little box and put it in a separate vehicle or location and have battery packs. It also came with 4 8-foot foldable solar panel sets. It's been great. EcoFlow working great for me. Think the EcoFlow generator 400-watt panel and Wave 2 would be amazing standardized kit for turnkey tiny homesteaders. Nice. This is the AC 200. Yeah, that's the 200 Max. I thought it was the 250. Yeah, it's the 200 Max. That's what it is. What was the? I paid $6,500 for it with the solar panels. I think it was about $6,500. Just got a Blue Eddy AC 180 for $600. Nice. check out the Ninja Creamy Ice Cream Maker. Man, I really like that Ninja shit. Those bullets and stuff. I've got a Ninja. Maybe I don't have it anymore. I haven't seen it in a while. Ninja blender. Man, those things are great. But having this little blender, this little one, and they have two of these. I've got the short one, but Amanda just got the taller one. And it came with like 3 or 4 containers. One's got a handle like a coffee mug, and then it came with a couple of others. And this is a perfect size. EcoFlow and Blue Eddy both have fridges. Oh, I didn't know that. I use a similar setup for my overland rig and DIY drawer system. Chase, what kind of rig you running, man? What's your base built off of? Tri-tip, nice. Tri-tip. We used to have tri-tip salads all the time. Trying to get back into the gym. Hard to make the time for myself with work, school, side hustle, and all the that's bullshit, Shannon. Do you want to hear the real words, or do you want me to just let it sit at what it is? I'm looking for a solar panel to keep with it. Nice. Marfugo talks about Energy Flex Tactical. I think that's what you meant to say. Nope. It was EcoFlow. I went to EcoFlow to buy it that night. Maybe Marfugo's talking about something else, but I pulled it out of his thing. It was, I don't know, 2 years ago. Basically a drill press, pre-mix your it's basically a drill press. Pre-mix your protein and chuck it in the freezer. Then when you want it, put the 1 quart container and boom. Just drove by another huge solar farm. Yeah, that's crazy. I use the Ninja blender, runs great off EcoFlow Delta Pro generator, driving cross country as we speak, making smoothies. That's nice, man. Looking for a solar panel. Blue Eddy for the Blue Eddy for the win. Actually, our market over here is limited to fake Jackery and Blue Eddy. All right, guys, this iPad's going to start glitching here in a minute. We're at 90 minutes already. We've got red, black medical backpacks available. They're on order right now. They'll ship probably Tuesday, Wednesday. We just did multi-cam black tourniquets. We've got, if you ordered any of the lucky bags, those promo bags are all done. All of the Easter bags are done. That doesn't mean every order's done. There's still stuff waiting on some of those orders, but that'll let a lot of stuff ship. We got purple clothes bags that will start shipping Monday, Tuesday. Those are online. You can order those. What else? I think that's the big things. The rest of it's all in the text and email. All of that probably is too. Next SRF. The next SRF will be in October. You can get tickets right now, pre-order tickets at Self-Reliance Festival. Party here at SOE, that will be July 13th. Everyone's welcome. Just bring whatever, bring all your shit, whatever. If you're a vendor, if you want to sell something, just bring it. You want to camp here, we're going to open the compound up Friday, so you'll be camping, bring your own food. If you got an overland trailer, not a big one. If you have an overland rig or, rooftop tent or something, you're welcome to bring that. The comments have stopped. Weird. I wonder what's up. Are we connected? You guys hear us? 236 on, but I'm not seeing any comments come through. Got it. Okay, you got it. 5x5. Go. Been looking at my porch every time I turn on the street, waiting for the Easter bag. Yeah, they're nice, man. I'm still here. Got it. What was supplement that BSS was talking about instead of met Foreman in the interview? Tongat Ali. I think I'm not sure. We talked about several things, but if we were, was I holding them in my hand? Is that what you're talking about? So I take the Emin in, but he was talking about Terkesterone. I think he's talking about Tongat Ali, the other one that the Black Forest Labs has, the other one. Berberine, that's it, berberine, guys. Aren't you the guy I saw on the news that beat the poor lady to death in the park? Yeah, sure, of course that's who I am. Aren't you the guy that has no fucking life that shows up on successful people's shit? That's you, right? Heard a bunch about the Turk last year randomly. Right on. Can I say hi, AJ? AJ, what's up? What's up, AJ? How old are you? Trace has no trace of intelligence. Amazingly, if you look at his YouTube profile, he has no videos either, I'm sure. Or it's video games. Trace, hey, you're gone. You will never be seen. It is though you are dead here. AJ, you're 14. Where are you at, AJ? Not specifically where are you at. Are you in the United States is what I'm asking. Give you a job? You should probably watch some of my videos first. I have several videos about how to get a job here. USA, right on, AJ. What's your favorite class? Are you homeschooled or are you government schooled? I want to go to New York soon. What do you want to do in New York? Why New York? App, what is this? This is just me, a guy who started this company 35 years ago. And every night I walk around my shop and just talk to a bunch of people that I know here on YouTube. But about 100 of us know each other in real life. We have events here at my property, and a lot of us do business together. So this is our video conference type deal that we do every night, and it's just open and accessible to anybody on YouTube. Math, right on. I want to get tickets to TS. What's TS? I don't know what TS is. Black Forest. Guys, Black Scout Survival has a affiliate link for Black Forest. So if you go on any of his videos on YouTube, I would bet that there's a link, and when you click it, it will give you a discount on Black Forest Labs. That's how I buy my stuff. I buy my stuff through his link. Taylor Swift. Got it. Got it. You want to go see a Taylor Swift concert? Right on. Bro could outfit a battalion of dudes on a moment's notice. We build all this stuff, man. We used to do a bunch of SEAL team and SF unit stuff when I was in San Diego. Now we do direct to consumer. We sell stuff to just guys who are concerned about the beings of the United States. We still sell stuff to military, small military units, specialized units. But this is available to anybody. We do medical equipment. We do all kinds of rifle slings and load carriage systems, backpacks. These are all different types of fanny packs, tool bags, lifestyle gear, right? Pens, pencils. We do small backpacks, bigger backpacks, and just stuff that you'll use every day, day to day. 90s stuff. That AJ, the splatter stuff probably is like, yeah, I had some ski equipment in the 90s that looked like this. We just kind of did it as a joke, but people really liked it. So we make a few specific items. We do, 20 to 100 pieces of it, and then we don't ever run it again. Using Renergy solar panels for my Blue Eddy. Oh, nice. They work in. They just plug and play. Do folding if you're looking for mobile. If you want them to sit in the yard, buy rigid ones. as the sun will wear out the folding ones. When I was in infantry, Tactical Tailor was the hot ticket. Yep, I knew Coffee Logan pretty well. That was the owner. I'm thinking of picking up a big Molly Ruck for my wife to replace the Blackhawk. Right on. I don't make anything big for packs like that. I'll bet Tactical Tailor still makes the Malice pack though. Saw another old SOE LBV from 2004, 160. You should buy it, Kevin. You could buy it for 165 bucks and you could sell it for $500. No problem. I get $1,000 for those rigs as fast as I can build them. AJ, have a good night, buddy. All right, guys, I'm going to jump off of here. Everybody have a good evening. If you shop on Amazon, if you would just click any of the Amazon links in my descriptions, that will give us a couple points of anything you order from Amazon. So anytime you're ordering from Amazon, if you would go to Amazon through any of my links, we'll get a little percentage of that order. Just a way to help support and say thanks for the videos every night. Guys, we do this every night. So if you got any information, if you learned anything, if you had a good time, if you got something you want to ask, just jump on. We do this every night. So if you're got something you're not doing anything, or you have a question, every night you can jump on here after 9 o'clock, and we're typically on here. See you guys later.